Okay, welcome everybody. Excellent. Thank you so incredibly much for joining us tonight on another episode of Starseed Activations. At all. What happened? I don't know. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to give it a couple, let everybody make it in. And so we do the star cards from deck. Somebody gifted this to me. So we're going to do a card and give everyone a moment or two just to link in. Let's see. We'll just make every moment of our lives. We're going to dive into some deep topics. Your life is a canvas, it says. Artist, accountability. Accountability is very, very important for us to speak. Sometimes we come into this place and it's like the star people keep telling us we have a level of accountability when it comes to our life and our manifestations. We don't realize, we think that we get stuck. And when you get stuck, the emotions stuck, and then all of a sudden you're not doing being the high level because you feel stuck. And so many times when we run the empath and the narcissist manifest, and then we will get stuck and we get sick and get, beaten up and all this stuff happens. It's very, very, very among starseeds and light work through that. And so it does not necessarily, or an intimate relationship, I should say. It could be a parent, a coworker. And so, but that starts the cycle repeat until we take account and we stop allowing people to treat us in that manner. A little glitchy today. Yeah, welcome. Excellent. Thank you guys for joining us. So we are actually going to talk about quakes and solar energetic shift that we are all going through. And many of my online people, you guys have been coming to me telling me that you've been feeling like the past couple of days. That's spot on for. And so the star people even had me go deep shadow work over the past couple of days. And then all of a sudden yesterday, we're starting to see releasing, because that's what the universe. So when we go through a process of releasing, you may have signs and synchronicities show up in your physical, because it's designed to what hurts. Whatever hurts you on your body, there's an energetic grid latched to that particular area, and that's calling for your attention because it wants you to heal it. So when we know, like, if you had a back the past couple of days, right? And so this is only an example, then you're calling for more attention. So it wanted to be healed. Pain just means that energetic grid structure dove into a low frequency. That's what means. Now, I was, injured and so yes, I can tell you that pain can make us do crazy things. It drags, it goes super slow, and that pain, it can mentally break you down. Extended periods of pain, in order to come to a conscious awareness. Okay, if a doctor would have told me that, who knew? You could wave your hand over your body, send love and light, and just imagine and visually see it as being actually start to heal. Telling people this in school when they're children, because the children will pick onto this concept and they will do it. Now you can even, so it's the same kind of concept as how we plants the size. Well, you're the same light that plant is made up at. So it's the same exact material in the universe. It's all ether. So when you start communication with the body, you can tell your white blood 4 or 5 days faster. The more you do, the more you unlock the belief pattern, and then all of a sudden, the more it starts. So, thank you for shining us with a very, very high frequency and allowing this transmission to reach all of the people without. Thank you for raising our frequency for this entire transmission and bringing us light and peace. So sometimes we do that when I feel like there's in the room, like the government. He's probably here right now because I can feel him. Go along. So we have been feeling this energetic shift to our awareness, and so many people have been going. People actually have been smooth sailing. I've done the shadow work that is required for now. That all of their shadow work. It just means that in their independent cycles, because everyone's cycle is different, all working on something, but some people who are smooth sailing, they still have blockages, and that's okay. It just means that they made it through this current shift without rocking the boat. They allow when their higher self have to give these things up, and normally the way that whole process works is your higher self controls the entire. Your grid structure is controlled by the higher. Your higher self will allow you to particular experience for them. When the higher self is like, I'm done watching this, they hold themselves out of the way to make a rock bottom type of event. And so then all of a sudden, the person will be forced to switch, jumbled. And so you may move, you may lose your job, bottoms in the energetics, because the higher self snap you out of it. Losing the job, it basically means that the job was no longer in alignment, vibrationally speaking. And so when you're not, you don't want to force yourself to go into. So if you have an opportunity to change, start putting res out, start, shift your focus to, I'm going to make moves, I'm going to make stuff happen. Don't just sit around and wait. That's a very common spiritual misconception. To start, you have to make moves in the physical as well as the spiritual, hand in hand. Then you start to, they're showing me like a DNA strand, like both the spiritual and physical. Imagine that the DNA strand was like this, and it had little rings in between it. Your spiritual is on one side, the physical is on the other, but it's actually two separate DNA strands, they're saying. But this is how they explain it. So it's connected, and then your codons are in between you, and it turns. So if you're about to manifest a disease or distortion, you would fire up the genetic codons for any diseases or distortion, like an injury, all of these things, because your energetics, so the second that your body to lower or decline in a particular area, then all of a sudden is going to wipe the entire sentence out of my mind. Like, the government man is no joke. Like, he just wiped out. It's crazy. This is so crazy. Let me see. So when you activate different emotion codes, it starts to. So we are capable of manifesting not only a disease, but also distortion. It's going to be, let's say, for an example, you got injured, you have a distortion. The reason why your genetics have to come into play here is because you see in that body part, and it doesn't matter even if it's a tiny little cut on your finger. See, in this energetic grid, drop to a certain degree in order to allow that paper cut to fully into your physical reality. So now, how do we, and this is a touchy topic because we're going to speak. So many times we have to realize that Earth events are happening to assist us on the evolution. The exact way as your physical body works. Physical body works like this. If a particular holding a low frequency, so it's very dense, right? That's density is physical focus. And certain areas of the Earth are like this. So it will cause bad weather patterns because it's shaking up the energy, and then all of a sudden it's allowing new patterning to come in. That being said, I take it very seriously. Lives have been lost, and that's, to me, it breaks my heart. I don't like to see things like that. So actually, if we can go in and we do a moment's silence, just a brief, thank you, all of those people who were involved in the many different earthquakes that Mother Earth has just experienced. And we'll just say, Usa. Now, Usa means it is done. And so Amen means send it to the sun for the man process. And so it's very glitchy to not try and do the blue. Sometimes the blue crystal, it affects your throat chakra. And so if it gets, it's glitchy, right? But the guy sent him. He poked me in my side. I don't know if you guys saw me like jerk, but he hit me with something. It's just craziness. Love and light, right? So he's doing his job, whatever. So, okay, let's try again. Maybe it'll stop glitching. Okay. It's hard to watch stuff like that, right? And we don't like it, but we send it love and light. And not only that, but if to visualize, and this is the important part, if we're able to visualize those locations, rebuilding with high technology, right? Or making it so they have resources, or people dropping food, or everyone coming to ourselves. And so we don't know the repercussions, because we know that when we contact to manifestations, it heals. Okay. Is Facebook, are you guys live? Can you give me a thumbs up? Because I just got notified that it cut you off. Just let me know. Someone send a comment if you guys can hear me. I'll continue for Instagram now. I don't know if they can hear me. It's totally glitchy. Okay. So all these things do happen. And so hold space inside. Your sound is cut. Can you guys hear me though? Coming in and out. Okay. Yeah, I know computer. I could end it back in. So I think Facebook, I'm going to end it and then I'll come back in. That stinks because I'm going to restart. Okay.